Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday in the Northwest. Apparently, handful of degrees warmer than we should be, and it certainly feels like it if you're out there hiking around, trust me. John and Lynn Haxton from Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, locally owned company here, family-owned company that does some great stuff. There's no doubt about that. And number one, thank you for your support of GPS. And we've got a bunch of questions that have come in the last week since we said that you guys were going to be coming in. Great. And you kind of nailed it, right? This is the time of year where folks can bring a boat in that's not being used because a lot of people kind of rat home away for a number of different reasons. But you brought in some really cool stuff. I want to start out with the flooring.
Okay.
That's one of the things that out of all the boats that I've had in my life, and there's been way too many, if they ever had wood or anything other than just diamond plate on the floors, there was always some sort of issue that would pop up, and I know you see this all the time, but you got a ton of different materials here. Tell us a little bit about these. Let's get a shot with that Kershaw Tech Cam, please, and talk about something different. I mean, this doesn't weigh anything. What is that?
This product it's called Thermalite.
Thermalite.
That's a brand name. It's also called, another brand is Coosa. Some people are familiar with that. It's impervious to water. It is pretty lightweight. We do it, we treat it like wood.
Okay.
So we mill it, we get it in a 3/4 inch version. It comes in other thicknesses as well, but we get it 3/4 inch is what we use. And then we cover it the same way we would plywood.
Okay. So this is the
this is the covered version of the Coosa, or the Thermalite. It's a direct replacement for the wood.
Doesn't rot, lasts forever.
Does not rot.
Super light in comparison.
It doesn't gain weight.
Right.
So when we take the wood floors out of a boat, they're saturated with water typically.
Oh, yeah.
They're rotten, you know, that's the time when we get them. These are usually wasted. We put this stuff in. I mean, it takes 3 men and a boy to get a piece of a 4x8 sheet out of a boat.
Sure.
Because it's just so heavy.
Sure.
You put this Coosa board in there that's wrapped, and you know, your boat runs better, runs like it did when it was new.
Sure.
Because you've just got 2 people out of your boat that's been stowed away
in the wood itself.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just heavy. So it's nice, it won't ever gain weight. It's a little more expensive than the wood, but in the long run, it's better.
And unless your boat is just massive, you're not talking about a whole lot of, you know, a ton of material, but it's something that once you do it, and once you get it in there, you don't have to do it again.
Right.
No.
In a lot of cases, I would say it might outlast some of the boats, depending on what kind of boat you have, but we won't dive too far into that. Okay, so it's just a very rigid material, replaces the wood, you wrap it in the vinyl, so there's an option. Of course, you've got other options.
The standard wood.
Yeah.
And then we have this.
Which I was going to go ahead and just say, if you can, just get away from the wood. I mean, wood does not belong in a boat, especially an aluminum boat.
It's not a forever product, that's for sure. And then there's a new product that we're working with. It's called Armor Plate.
Armor Plate.
Yeah, let's hold that right here. Now that is called, again, Thermoplate, is that what you said?
Armor Plate.
Armor Plate, okay. When I first saw this, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bit of aluminum sandwiched in between a couple of different pieces of material. I'm assuming that's probably similar to the material that's here, and then more aluminum. I mean, this thing, to me, it looked bulletproof, like something you put on the side of a truck or something.
Pretty stout.
Yeah.
What is it made of?
So it's an HDPE sandwiched between 2 aluminum plates, and then it's a polymer top that's it's a non-slip. It actually has an OSHA rating. This has been used on outdoor products, mezzanines, stages. So it's a really great product. It should last pretty much forever.
Right.
No vinyls to go bad. Really great product. It's pretty new in the marine industry, but I think it's going to be a really great product.
And again, it's called Armor Plate.
Armor Plate.
Armor Plate.
Yes.
I would highly recommend looking into that. There's a little bit more weight to it than the Thermalite. I would assume that it's probably less weight than 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch, whatever, wood.
It's a 7/16 inch.
I mean, that's thin.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to that.
But it's stout.
Yeah, I mean, it's super rigid.
It really is rigid.
Have you had a chance to work with this quite a bit yet, or is it relatively new?
Relatively new. We're in the process of doing 2 boats in the shop right now.
Okay.
Super happy with the way they're turning out.
Easy to work with? And you can get it in big sheets, I'm assuming?
4x8
4x8
sheets, just like the plywood. Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I've actually seen this stuff before. I got a little experience with that. This I have never seen before. That is pretty cool.
This is actually turning out to be less costly than the Thermalite too.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that at all.
The product is actually more expensive than the Thermalite, but the overall installation is less costly.
Interesting. Highly recommend it.
To wrap it and all that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, less man hours on there, right? So that's got to take some of it down. But I would absolutely look into armor plate.
Yeah, armor plate.
It looks amazing in the boat.
That is different colors or just one color?
So far, it's just the gray.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's what most boats are going to end up looking like anyway.
Yep.
But that is something I've never seen before. I could see that in drift boats because it's so thin. There's a number of things that I could see that being part of. Now, you also do a number of other things, especially when you're upgrading boats, right? So I got to ask the question. This is the time of year where I've already mentioned boats get left in the driveways or garages or storage units, and they're there for 4 or 5 months because people don't use them this time of year.
Right.
When somebody does come in and see you, maybe this is the better way to go. You're doing a big major project that somebody brought in to do completely something else, and then all of a sudden doing a number of other things. But people bring boats into you to get their tops fixed and stuff done now. But tell me a little bit about the story of the boat that you have in there now, Lynn, where they came in to do one thing and now they're doing a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, so the guy comes in to get new topsides back. Next thing you know, we're doing the armor plate floor, new seats, new mooring cover, top. I mean, we have literally gutted this boat down to a hull.
Wow.
Carpet on the sides, I mean, the whole thing. It's going to essentially be a brand new boat.
That is one of the cool, she was telling me the story, I think it was yesterday when we were talking.
Yeah.
Listen, boats in 2025, brand new, are extremely expensive, okay? I mean, don't ask me how I know, but boats are extremely expensive right now. And if you got a really nice boat or a boat that you love, go and talk to John and Lynn, and you can turn it into another boat. You know, I mean, you're going to have to invest money into it, of course. A boat is a money pit from day one. That's never going to change. But if you can upgrade it and make it even better without having to spend $100 grand to replace the entire boat, there's a lot of advantages there. But you mentioned he wanted to do a top. He just decided to do a floor and do other things.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other things that people can do as well, from mooring covers, seat covers, and cleaning. And I think I want to cut to a break and come back and have a little longer segment and talk a little bit about that, because I know, myself included, when I put my boat away for a little while, I don't clean it.
Right.
And then when I pull it out, it's a total disaster. And trying to get all that grime and the gunk off, especially right now with leaves coming down, and my boat's not covered, unfortunately.
We can fix that.
Yeah, not the way I'm thinking, but no, it's something that you need to learn a little bit about, and I thought was really interesting. These are all stuff that if you maybe have somebody in your family or friend group, good talking stuff or stuff to keep these boats clean as well. We'll be back with that in just a minute.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.